Hey, how's everybody doing? Welcome back to the channel, fellas. It's MCKOOKIE. I hope you guys are having a great weekend. And I'm finally getting around to doing my Battle Beaver Customs controller review. I'm basically going to be telling you guys in this video if the controller is worth buying, how I like it 2 months later, and why I chose Battle Beaver over Scuff and Cinch and all of the other companies that do modified controllers. And before I get into that, real quick about the gameplay in the back. I chose this gameplay because it shows me using off a lot of the advanced movement system in this game. You're going to see a lot of sliding and a lot of jump shotting and all kinds of stuff. And I feel like it really showcases why I like this controller so much. So before I get into the actual gameplay, like my experience playing with it, I just want to tell you guys real quick why I chose it over Scuff, Cinch Game, and all that. Basically, they had the best reviews of all the companies I was looking into, and they had the most affordable price. Now, little disclaimer, I'm not sponsored by Battle Beaver. I'm not sponsored by anybody. You know, I'm just a guy who uploads YouTube videos for fun. This is my honest opinion and my honest experience. You know, you're getting a 100% honest review of this controller from someone who's just a normal consumer like you guys. Yes, it's the internet. Technically, I could be lying, but I promise you guys, I'm not sponsored by him. I just heard it through the Loyal Patriot, who's another awesome YouTuber, and I figured I'd check it out, and I ended up really liking it. The reason why I like Battle Beaver Customs is because when you go on the website, you can literally pick and choose every single component that you want for your controller. And the way I set it up, I'll show you guys a picture in a second, is I got a completely stock, bare bones PS4 controller. Literally, when I got it, it came in a normal PS4 box. Like, I literally had to take it out of the box and flip it over on its back to make sure that, you know, I didn't get ripped off and pay $100 for a regular controller. So basically, the way I got it set up was I got completely bare bones, like I said, stock controller with two buttons on the back handles of the controller. Little buttons. They're like the size of a thumbtack on the back. They have a really nice click to them. I'd click them for you right now, and you guys could probably hear them, but I'm unable to, and I'll get to that in a second, why I can't do that. But anyway, I chose them over Scuff because they have better customer service reviews, and the product itself seemed to get more durable reviews. I was reading horror stories online that Scuff paddles break, and the customer service isn't the best, so long story short, went with Battle Beaver because it seemed like the more solid choice for where my money's going. I ordered it December 16th, and I'm going to take the blame on this one because I feel like I kind of ordered it during the holiday rush, but I did not actually have my controller shipped until almost a month later, January 7th. However, when it was shipped, it arrived like 3 days later because I live over in California, and it was shipped from Texas, so it arrived 2 days later, which is pretty good, but I was a little disappointed, mostly because I was really excited to get my hands on this controller. Waiting 3 weeks was kind of a drag, I'm not going to lie, but they were very nice to me. I reached out to them, I emailed them, you know, like, yo, what's going on with my controller, what's the hold up there, really nice. They told me sorry for the delay, all that good stuff, and they informed me as soon as it was able to ship, and they explained to me that they were really behind because of the holiday rush, they were short-staffed, whatever. Anyway, it arrived, and I'm not going to lie, there's a bit of a learning curve with this controller, getting used to doing jump shots. You have to basically hold the controller in a different way. Your fingers, your index finger, this is PS4, by the way. Sorry, I didn't mention that. This is on the this is a PS4 controller review. Battle Beaver Customs PS4 controller review. You have to hold your index fingers more lower towards the end of the triggers, so that your middle finger can comfortably rest on the buttons. And I'm going to say right now, the controller is really comfortable to hold, and it's really comfortable to click on the buttons. Like, I never feel my grip sliding. It's never like, oh, my hand hurts. Like, I've played with the controller for 4 or 5 hours straight, and I haven't had any cramping, any issues, like, my hands don't hurt or anything. It's really fine. And the game itself, playing Black Ops 3 in particular, because that's the game I'm going to hone in on, because that's really like the only game I've really played with this controller. I've played Fallout 4, I've played other games, but this one has the advanced movement system where the buttons on the back really come into play. It feels a lot more comfortable, and that's what I want to get into right now, is basically my experience playing with it. Right off the bat, I noticed, like, not even getting into gunfights and stuff, but jumping, wall running, sliding to different places is a lot easier, and it feels so much more natural with this controller. Like, you guys will see me over and over in this gameplay, and this is why I picked the gameplay for this video. Right there, you see me sliding out of cover, and I'm instantly able to pick and get that guy killed. It's honestly, a lot of times it's a lifesaver. This controller will save my ass. If I'm getting shot in the back, I can immediately turn around and double jump in the air, and 8 times out of 10, I want to say, I'm able to kill the guy. It's an excellent controller for jump shots and sliding and basically turning on people. You can do some really nasty plays when you get the hang of it. However, I want to drive home that this controller is not going to make you a god player overnight. In fact, I'm not going to even say that it's a so much as a night and day difference, but I will say it is a noticeable improvement over playing with a stock controller, at least as far as Black Ops 3 goes. And I feel like Advanced Warfare would have been an even greater difference in playing experience, because that game was so heavily dependent on the exosuits. Here they kind of toned back the jetpacks, but in that game you're full on jumping around. Because what you guys have to realize is Call of Duty is no longer the game that it was a few years ago. Up until Call of Duty Ghosts, or actually up until Advanced Warfare, Call of Duty the franchise in general, like, it was all about your gun skill. Like, the person, typically, whoever was better at shooting and aiming and keeping their shot on target and controlling their recoil, they were usually the victor of the gunfight. It basically came down to gun skill. After Advanced Warfare, you basically have gun skill that's a factor in gunfights, in surviving, and you also have jump skill. Basically, how well you can use the advanced movements in Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3 to stay alive. And this thing is kind of like, this controller, this Battle Beaver controller, is kind of like a tool to help you, not like drastically improve it, but it's a tool that definitely helps you get the jump on people. Like, I find myself up close, I'll jump shot more. If they're farther away, I'll kind of hold off and not do it. The thing is, though, like I said, it's not going to make you a god player overnight. It'll help you do slightly better. It'll help you slightly improve your game. See, right there, the guy was camping in the window, and I was able to reactively slide away because I have the paddles on the back. Otherwise, the split second I would have spent moving my thumb from my right joystick to the circle button to slide, that would have gotten me killed. I would have been killed while sliding. But since I was instantly, as soon as I saw the guy, I was able, since my middle finger's already on the button, I was instantly able to click on it and put it right through. But here you go. Let me show you guys a picture of the controller. This is the front of the controller. This is what it looks like from the front, pretty much. It's basically, I have custom gel pads on it. That's not from Battle Beaver's Customs. That's actual, like, aftermarket Control Freaks things. I got them. I'll show you the page. I got them off of Amazon. They're really comfortable. I think they're more comfortable than the stock sticks, and I like the added height. And they fold over the stock joysticks really well. Like, you don't have to super glue them or anything. And then right here on the back of the controller is the buttons on the back. And my bad, guys, right now if the audio is kind of delayed, because I'm going to add the pictures of the controllers after I do the commentary. I feel like that's easier, because in Share Factory it's a little trickier to get the timing down right. But overall, the question is it worth it? And I have to say, it depends on how much you play this game and what kind of player you are. If you're like a 1.0 KD player, maybe a little over a 1, I think it's worth it. If you're a negative KD player, like you don't really you don't have a positive KD in Black Ops 3 or any of the Call of Duties in general, you probably want to work on just normal gunfighting first, like the basics, like shooting people, spawn logic, when to head glitch, when to pull out of a fight, you know, basic Call of Duty 101 stuff. I would focus on that before you move to more advanced stuff like the jump shots. Now, you guys who are pub stompers out there like me, who average like 2 or 3 KD game, you guys have 2 or 3 kill death ratios in the Call of Duty games, and you go for nuclears, you get MOABs, you get all those high streaks, all that good stuff, 100 plus games, all that good stuff. I think if you don't currently have this controller, I think you would like it a lot. I think you would really find it helpful and handy for your playing. And also, it comes down to how much time you spend playing this game, because it's an investment, and it's not a cheap investment. This controller is bare bones, and it costs $40 more after tax than a stock controller. So I can almost get 2 controllers for the price of this controller, and this one only has 2 buttons on the back. I mean, Battle Beaver, I hear that they're famous for what's called stick tension, where basically you can make the joystick, like how much it spins, more firm or less firm. depending on what you like. And they also have trigger stops, which is great for semi-auto weapons, like if you're trying to use the Shiva or the FAL or any marksman DMR rifle. But overall, I would say it's worth it, just based off the fact that you can, jump shot on the fly, you can drop shot on the fly, you can slide, you can do a bunch of things that come more naturally because your hands are already on the buttons that control these functions. In Call of Duty, it's a game of seconds, and when you have to spend a split second moving your thumb off the joystick to like the circle button to slide, it's basically the difference between you surviving and keeping your streak and you dying. And honestly, like moving around the map, like I said, sliding while running, it's a lot easier and it's a lot more natural to do with this controller. So honestly, overall, I highly recommend it. You guys can check out the website, decide for yourself. But it's been 2 months, and I honestly love my controller. I would say after about 2 or 3 weeks, I got the hang of using it, of jump shotting with it, when to jump shot, when not to jump shot. If you're a high KD player and you play this game a lot, I recommend it. If you guys don't play this game so often, you're a more casual player, I don't think it's worth the investment. But anyway, guys, that's the video. Basically did a little review of this controller, my thoughts and impressions of it so far. I did almost forget the only complaint I have, and it's why I can't click the controller for you guys right now. For some weird reason, it was working fine a month ago, but the controller does not pick up my Dr. Dre Beats Solo 2 headset. For some reason, it doesn't pick up the mic portion. Like, I can hear audio through it, but I can't use the mic portion. So those of you who are using those kind of headsets, I had a problem with mine. I don't know why. So that's just one thing to mention, and I'm actually using my old controller to do this commentary right now since the Battle Beaver doesn't pick it up. That's honestly my only complaint. But other than that, I love the controller. I highly recommend it. If you guys are tired of, getting outplayed by other people with scuff controllers and controllers like mine, this definitely levels the playing field a bit more, and it'll also give you that slight edge if you're getting shot in the back or you're getting a grenade thrown at you, or if you want to do, easier jump shots. Anyway, guys, that's the review. If you have any more comments and stuff, like how I've tricked it out and customized it, let me know down below. All comments and questions are welcome. I'll answer any questions you guys have. And if you enjoyed the video, please thumb it up. Helps the channel grow. And I will catch you on the next one. MCKOOKIE out.